Hello and welcome. My name is Christoph Flügler. We are pleased that you share your time with us, and welcome to the re-inlab. In this session, we are going to provide you with all the information that you need to have regarding re-inlab and what it is about. Before we start, may I ask everyone to go on mute who's not speaking, so that we have a good audio quality. And I'm just mentioning, we are recording the session, but the session will be cut and edited so that no personal information is shown in the resulting video. So who are we? So there's Antonio from B3I, there's me, Christoph from MSG, Luba from B3I, and Jens and Stefan from Minosphere. Minosphere is an innovation management subsidiary of MSG.
And B3I, you know us guys, we started our journey many years ago with one purpose, bringing to the industry new technology to enable a deep transformation. We have been founded by many companies, many shareholders at global level that covers the entire continent. We have a unique expertise in developing blockchain and distributed ledger technologies for the industry. And we have currently an operational platform that allows the development, the management, and the deployment of distributed applications.
From MSG, so I also think that many of you know us. We have been founded in 1980. We are since then have grown to an international group of several companies. We have a revenue of more than 1 billion euros and more than 8,500 employees. And currently we are located in 28 countries. We are adding more and more countries each year. We are active in several industries, but our main industry, or our most important industry, is insurance and reinsurance. We have developed our first reinsurance standard solution in 1987. It had the name MSG Corvus, but currently our main product is SAP Insurance for Reinsurance Management, which is the official name, but actually most of the people still know it under the previously name, which was SAP FSRI. We are developing and maintaining this solution together with SAP. So why do we think we are the right ones to start an innovation lab for the reinsurance industry? We believe that this is because we bring together a specific set of skills and experience. On the one side, we have B3I, who are experts in distributed ledger technology in the financial services industry and have vast experience in reinsurance. We at MSG also have experience in reinsurance as well as in primary insurance and the banking industry. And we have the experience in building, maintaining and implementing solutions for the reinsurance industry. And we have experience on this for more than 30 years. And we bring also in Minosphere, which is, as previously mentioned, our innovation management subsidiary. They have experience in innovation management and business model as well as company building. And Minosphere was involved in founding and kicking off, starting several startups recently. B3I and MSG joined a partnership end of last year. And the goal of this partnership is stated here. So we are focusing on developing DLT-based solutions for our customers for reinsurance-related use cases. Within this, we also think all the time about our solution, SAP Reinsurance Management. We have more than 60 customers for this, and we also take those into consideration. So we also want to offer to those customers the advantages of DLT-based solutions for reinsurance-related use cases. So in general, we have the goal of transforming SAP Reinsurance Management to a DLT-enabled solution. What are we going to cover today in this session? So first of all, Antonio will tell you more on the re-inlab. Then I will outline a little bit more on the on what's in for me, and then we Luba and Jens will provide you with and explain the innovation process and how it works. Then Stefan is going to explain to you how you can become a member. Then Luba will outline the upcoming events, and in the end we have some time for questions and discussions. So if you already have some questions, or if you have questions during the following slides, you can already put them into the chat, and we will cover them in the end. So now I would like to give over to Antonio, who's going to say something about re-inlab.
Great, thanks, Chris. Can you just confirm that you can see that I've changed slide?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. So at the basis of our partnership, there is a technology that is totally an opportunity and a new innovate, totally a new entity, a new thing for the industry. And what is this technology about is mainly about network. And network means cooperation. Network means transversality. Network means the integration and the interoperability between multiple parties in the industry. But how can this technology be brought to the industry if the industry actually today operates more in silos, vertically rather than horizontally, transversally, in a strong, enabling a strong ecosystem? So the idea behind the re-inlab is to establish a collaborative platform, is to enable the cooperation of multiple entities that maybe they haven't in the past worked together to achieve a common innovation and a common business benefit for the processes that they are executing. And on top of that, the purpose of the innovation platform is to foster innovation, is to facilitate the research of challenges towards ideas and enabling really transversal innovation. So we aim to enable the industry to find solutions to problems that are transversal and sometimes very difficult to solve. For such type of challenges, there are two fundamental elements that are required. The industry to come together and to move from an ego system, where there is the ego of the singles, to an ecosystem where the companies are cooperating and entering into a co-petition environment. And the purpose of that is to bridge the gap between the challenges that today exist in the industry and the opportunities that the new technology can bring. You have to take into consideration that what we bring is pretty much like a new mean of transportation. It's pretty much like the industry has been moving with wonderful ships so far, and now we are bringing the airplane. But we need your help, and we want to help you as well to understand how you can use this new technology to solve problems that previously were not possible to solve. But we will not do this in isolation. The re-inlab is not an experimenting laboratory. It is a platform that aims to foster innovation, to bridge the gap between challenges and opportunities, aiming to generate tangible benefits. What we aim to do is not to develop proof of concept, but to develop solutions that will be generating tangible benefits for your day-to-day work, for your company core ratio, and for your customers' experience and benefits. And more importantly, to conclude, we want to achieve this by establishing a strong ecosystem. And let me emphasize again why this is important. You are all from the insurance industry, and I am sure you have been, in your experience, exposed to operational excellence projects, Lean Six Sigma implementation, or process re-engineering within your companies. And you have achieved with great success those projects. But whilst our single offices and operating models can be shiny and perfect inside, When it comes to managing international programs at global level, you will need to integrate your company with other companies. When it comes to manage ILS, cat bonds, when it comes to manage any type of transaction that goes beyond the perimeter of your company, all those beautiful achievements, they start to degrade. And so it is fundamental that we look at those opportunities now. Before it was not possible because there was not a technology that was enabling a true ecosystem to be established. Now we have a technology, and B3I and MSG are also bringing you a platform where you can use the technology and bring the technology close to your challenges and generate new opportunities out of that. Over to you, Chris, for the next part.
Okay, thank you, Antonio. So I'm taking over the part with the question, what's in it for me? Or to phrase it differently, what can we provide to you? So first of all, most importantly, when you talk about innovation, and especially about innovation regarding distributed ledger technology, the community is key. Innovation can't happen in DLT in a silo. You need to collaborate and work together, because otherwise solutions can't work and be successful. And we are offering you with re-inlab a place where you can get together, where you can collaborate, where you can discuss, where you can innovate together. And we want to be and offer more or less a place, a stage for you, the industry, to come together, form working groups, and work jointly on ideas, problems, and drive them together to success. In order to do that, it is necessary to have an interaction platform. This is especially the case when you consider the current situation with COVID, where physical workshops are not possible. Previously, or normally 2 years ago, such an innovation lab like re-inlab would have had a physical place, maybe Munich, maybe Zurich or something like that. But now times have changed, and we are currently focusing on virtual formats, but we also envision physical workshops in the future. But in general, we want to have a hybrid model. So a mixture between virtual workshops and physical workshops, because we believe that also virtual workshops may not be must be a disadvantage. They can also be advantage. It's more or less they offer the possibility to quickly come together, to make shorter workshops, but more frequently, to have those workshops maybe for 3 hours, and then you have the possibility to go back to work without having the necessity to travel. But still, we believe that physical workshops are of value, and we will offer them where it is necessary and where they really deliver benefits. But in order to really have such an interaction platform, you need a certain basis. We used MSG Idea Rooms, which is a product developed by Minosphere, which specifically focuses on offering this interaction platform for innovation workshops. So if you have registered to this event, you already got in contact with MSG Idea Rooms. MSG Idea Rooms offers several functionalities, like you can book events, you can you can share files, you have the possibility to publish ideas, to discuss those ideas, to vote for these ideas. You have the possibility to form special working groups with their own room where they can innovate together. And we will use this this platform for offering ways of interaction for you. And then we have the innovation framework. This innovation framework is based on the experience gained by Minosphere and B3I in the past. And it's more or less a structured process that focuses on turning ideas into working MVPs. I don't want to go into detail here because Luba and Jens are going to outline this in detail later on. And finally, what we can offer is a delivery engine. This delivery engine mainly consists of 2 parts. First of all, we have the B3I fluidity platform, which offers components for DLT-based solutions that can be reused for building new solutions. And this massively speeds up the development of proof of concepts and MVPs. And secondly, we can provide resources that have experience within the B3I fluidity platform and DLT in general, and also have experience in integrating such DLT-based solutions into your daily system landscapes. So now I would like to give over to Jens, who's going to explain a little bit more how the innovation process works.
Thank you, Christoph. So how does the innovation process work? Let me please tell you something about the principles we want to follow. When we figure out solutions for certain problems and challenges, we dive into innovation cycles. And when we do so, we pay attention to the following principles. And now, kind of repetition, but I want to say that this is the main focus for us. So what are these principles? First, multidisciplinary teams. We want to experience various perspectives of many people focusing on a specific challenge in one innovation cycle. This is why we ask you to participate and bring in your views. With your support, we bring together the deep knowledge of reinsurance business, the technological expertise, UX design, development skills, as well as the market ecosystem overview. And this, we believe, will lead us to the best fitting approaches to find a solution. Secondly, it's the creative space. To build spaces where everyone is in a good mood, to allow the interchange of views, perspectives and ideas is the second principle. As Christoph mentioned, we would love to invite you to our physical innovation labs, but in these times, is it your home office as a space where we can act? So we build it up all digital with digital whiteboards for co-creative work in our workshops and a digital platform for collaboration throughout the innovation cycles. And thirdly, we are guided by a defined process. You might have seen it before. Running through this design thinking process allows us to find the user needs and their specific jobs to be done while they are on their journey. We want to empathize with the users, shape our point of view towards the challenge, and then enter the solution space and learn with prototypes and user tests. And then go ahead and do it again. So please consider this process as an iterative one, and it's always user-centered as the key for the relevant benefits. So now it's up to Luba. She will show you what you can expect during an innovation cycle.
Thank you, Jens. So now let's take a closer look at how exactly we will enable the design thinking phases that Jens outlined. So re-inlab is designed to work in 12 weeks innovation cycles. And let me show you what they are. So an innovation cycle is a 12-week sprint focused on solving a particular problem or addressing a particular opportunities. So we always start an innovation cycle with identifying that problem. Then we assemble a work group to work on it, and we invite people who are interested to solve this problem or experts with hands-on experience in this problem to participate in the cycle. Then we proceed with deep dive and ideation workshop with a work group where we gain multiple perspectives of different participants on the problem, and then we go into very details of the problem to figure out what it is. Then with the knowledge that we gain from that workshop, we assemble a prototype and we test it with all the relevant stakeholders. Through the iterative process, as Jens just mentioned, We finalize the prototype, we get the feedback from the stakeholders, we adjust the prototype, and then we arrive at the finalized solution concept, which is accompanied with a business case, which we develop in parallel with the prototype testing. And finally, we outline the proposal for the pilot that can be developed if all the stakeholders choose to do so. Now, how do we come up with the ideas for the innovation cycle? In parallel to the innovation cycles, we will run a series of workshops that will be aimed to identifying the problems for the industry and prioritizing them, so that the most voted problems, then you can vote for the problems in the Idea Room's website, as Christoph said. The most voted problems or opportunities will end up in the innovation cycles, and we will work on them in more details. To summarize our pitch about the operations of the lab, I would like to show you this innovation funnel. That's a classical funnel, which we follow in our lab. So we basically start wide, and we collect all the ideas, trends, opportunities in the industry and problems. And then through the processes of the lab, we distill them into a single solution that addresses the problem and can be developed into the enterprise application or solution system that has a tangible value for all the stakeholders. Now over to Stefan. He will tell you about how you can become members.
Yeah. Thanks, Luba. Yeah. Now, how can you become a member? First of all, you will see that we have two types of memberships. We have a basic membership and a premium membership. You have heard from Christoph that re-inlab is very much focused to be open. It's focused about cooperation, and it's focused really about delivering businesses and results out of these innovation cycles. And this is something we would like to address with our two types of memberships. First of all, we have on the left-hand side the basic membership, the possibility to co-ideate and to identify solutions. This is what Luba just described. These are 6 ideation events per year where we together with you ideate, find solutions to specific problems, and help you actually to get the first impression how a potential solution could look like. So this at the end will be voted. So with this basic membership, you will get full access to ideas and problem statements through our digital innovation platform where you already registered yourself. There will be weekly insurance reports, there will be technology trend evaluations on a regular basis, and of course, we will give you news and updates of the running innovation cycles and in DLT news in general. This is a yearly membership flat fee, which actually gives you all these options to participate in our ecosystem. Additionally, we have on the right-hand side the premium membership. The premium membership gives you an access to dedicated topics to these specific 12-week innovation cycles, which Luba just described. Within these innovation cycles, we will discuss specific problems, and within these discussions, you will have full access to all these content we create. You will have access to solution architectures, you will have access to business case document and all the value-add documentation, which we will develop with you to get a real business case of value, which you then can take to take further in your internal organization to discuss it and to make a budget decision for the next steps. And it's the basis actually then to start a potential co-development of a proof of concept and a real product. It's with an additional fee, and the size of this fee will be depending on the complexity of this specific innovation cycle. So we plan about 4 or 5 innovation cycles in 2021. One special focus I would like to give you is that we would like to come with a certain community, what we call our re-inlab crowd members. So we have a possibility to include more than 25,000 cloud members through a different platform MSG and Minosphere use to actually validate these use cases. So it's not just having an internal group with about maybe 20 to 25 persons. We additionally have a possibility to ask, for instance, regarding UX design or other potential validation topics, our group of 25,000 crowd members, let's say within 1 or 2 days through our digital platform. So this is part of a premium membership as well. Here, just a few screenshots. On the left-hand side, you see this news stack, which will come up every week. It gives you an update, what's going on in the insurance market, gives you some predictions in terms of digital technologies. And on the right-hand side, you see an evaluation. In this case, it's about crowdsourcing, an evaluation about certain technology topics, which we do on a regular basis. And you will have that as access in the basic membership, which is the one on the left-hand side. So it's included in this as well. So now it's up to Antonio and talking about the next events.
Okay, sorry, let me go to the next slide. So let me start with a very common statement. You all know, guys, that a problem without a solution is not a problem. And now we know we have a technology that can solve multiple challenges. And the innovation funnel that Luba has shown aims exactly at identifying those new opportunities and identifying those new solutions that we may potentially bring to the industry. But of course, there are also known challenges. You know, the history of B3I is quite short, but we have been active for a number of years now, and we have already had the opportunity of looking deep into the industry and understand what are the opportunities there. So the first event will be an event dedicated to start really from the beginning, and so to evaluating the landscape. So we are inviting the industry decision maker to join this event and to contribute to the discussion, to identify the most current industry challenges, but also potential opportunities. We want to look at the industry from a different perspective. We want to start taking into consideration the current challenges, the low interest rates, the variability of the combined ratio towards the end of the year for cat events, the remote work, and all the challenges that the industry is facing, to look at how the whole industry can actually come together with a focused innovation cycle and bring solutions to those problems. But then on the other side, the alternative to this type of approach is also bringing a specific opportunity that we have already identified. So we will start on the 18th of March, an innovation cycle, the 12 weeks mentioned before. And the topic we will be focusing on is trusted contract clauses. So we know the industry, how it works when it comes to defining wordings. And insurance and reinsurance industry, it's all about contracts. It's all about clauses. But what is written in those contracts and clauses, it causes sometimes big headaches to wording specialists and underwriters. But we also know that there are multiple sources in the industry that are providing standardized clauses. Look at the marine industry, look at the LMA, look at the IUA, look at the London market, look at Lloyd's. Those are clauses that are provided by entities that are supporting the underwriters to leverage a standardized format, a standardized clause that is provided by a trusted entity. However, how can we guarantee that the clause that is actually then integrated in a wording, it's precisely following the text that was published by the source? So we have a source, we have a user. What we aim to bring is the trust, the possibility of fully trusting blindly what is written in a clause, because the protocol will guarantee that trust. And so we aim here to start and kick off the innovation cycle to deliver to the industry the opportunity of leveraging MSG and B3I technology to enable trusted contract closes. And now I really invite you guys to join the innovation cycle. We are open to everyone, to underwriters, to accountants, to wording specialists, even lawyers are welcome. We want to be inclusive. Sorry for the joke. But really, bring up your ideas, join the re-inlab, let us know what you think, and be an active member of this community that, as Stefan would say, is unique because of the potential of bringing up to 25,000 contributions from different members all over the world.
Thank you for attending this session. If you're interested to start your journey with re-inlab, please register online at re-inlab.crowd.group or send us an email to the address on screen now.